Westfield, Indiana, Maddox.
Here we go, 106-pound final here, 2025 Ironman. We got Cohen Reer, of Edison in the red, white, and blue singlet. No ankle band on either guy. But Reer, our red wrestler, taking on Connor Maddox of Westfield in the black, white, and green singlet. He will be our green wrestler. Maddox, number 8 in the country, a sophomore for Westfield. And it was Reer looking for the go behind. Maddox able to square up. Reer, just a freshman for Edison, number 19 in the country. Reer, the 4 seed coming into the weekend, took out 8-seeded Anello in the semifinals. Well, Maddox has been dominant thus far, so he looks to work out of this front headlock. Elbow trapped by Reer. Maddox gone tech. And 17-6 major decision in the semifinals. Well, Reer's had some real battles. Opened up with a technical fall. Won a 10-2 major decision in the round of 16. A 10-9 decision over a 5-seed Odiotti in the quarters. And that 4-1 win over Anello in the semis to get here. Single leg by Maddox. Nice job there by Reer. Able to control that right hand and pull it up. Preventing Maddox from getting to a lock. Going to get stopped for blood here on Reer. These boys have been putting this blood time clock to work tonight. We get this last bit of blood cleaned up, and we're going to come back for
14 seconds.
The last 14 seconds of the period. Come back to action. Just 14 seconds to go in the first. It's Maddox with the left side hook. Now controlling that elbow once again is Reer. Short time to go in the first period. And that's how it'll end. No score after 1 here. At 106 pounds. Maddox choice to start the second. He's going to defer. Reer's going to go down. Maddox showing optional start here. Going to go pressure on the head. Going to award the escape to Reer. Now looks to go right into a single leg. 2 hands on that wrist though for Reer. 2 very different body types here. Maddox short and compact. And Reer with that length. Reer comes up with an underhook. Going to keep that elbow up of Maddox. He goes hip to hips. Kind of seatbelt wizard position here. It's Reer looking to throw that far side boot in, and he's got Maddox in trouble as Maddox was looking to pass a leg. He picks up the takedown to go 4-0. Now we got a side headlock Merkle position here for Maddox, and that should be a reversal. Official finally going to award it there. It's going to make it 4-2. Maddox is going to have to improve here. He's going to just take that inside leg hook out, kick away. It's going to make it 5-2 with the escape for Reer. So we're under a minute to go in the second. For a guy like Maddox, when you're wrestling guys with length like Reer, can make it really tough. I can speak from experience. I'm not a very tall guy. As you see, Reer able to tie him up with those hands and Attempt to pull himself in on those single legs. On that single leg, excuse me. Gonna go pancake here, whip over. Is Maddox. We were able to stay on his feet. Jacking that hook up, looking to go to the single leg, but his Reer once again fighting that right hand of Maddox, and he goes limp arm. He's gonna look to slide that inside leg in himself. As we go under 10 seconds to go. Maddox keeping his hand on that right foot. That's the only thing keeping him alive here, but they're gonna award the takedown. It's an interesting takedown call there, as it looked like that foot was still on the outside hip of Maddox. And the whistle's gonna have a word with the side official here. Personally, I wouldn't award that a takedown, as Maddox still had that foot shelved on the outside hip. Circa Carter Sirachi, Michael Kemmer back in 2022. For all you college wrestling fans, and the Penn State Iowa dual meet, that was what kept Carter alive in that position. Is it was Kemmer looking for kind of like a side headlock type of takedown, but Sirachi kept that foot shelved on the outside hip, and official gonna wipe the takedown. That's gonna keep it 5-2 in favor of Reer. Be Maddox's choice to start the third. So no takedown there for Reer. Maddox's choice to start the third.
Green choice. Green choice.
Maddox kind of had a word with his coaches about whether or not to go down. They told him, go down, get your escape. So he's going to start the third period down. So he trails 5-2. Head lever on that left side for Reer, but Maddox fighting that right hand, and he's going to square up for the escape. That'll make it 5-3. Maddox getting right to work, looking to snap, circle right. Now throw by there out of the front headlock for Maddox. Just like that, he takes the 6-5 lead. Not wasting any time in the top position, though. Going to cut Reer right away. Ties the match at 6. So we go down under 90 seconds to go. You can't really blame Maddox there for not really wanting to commit to that ride. Risk giving up a reversal. Just bring it back up to your feet now. All square here with 1:10 to go. Nice. Jacks the hook up, gets to the single leg. Does Maddox. Whizzer here for Reer, and he's fighting that right hand again. Now go to that far elbow. Maddox trying to get his knees under him. Reer trying to stretch him out here. Now Maddox trying to get the corner. Looking to go backside. Reer once again fighting that hand. He's able to go limp leg, get that leg free. Nice defense there by Reer. So you see him controlling both, two hands on that wrist. Look to pull himself in on that single leg. Now Reer controlling that elbow. Seen him kind of threaten a sucker drag. I'm interested to see if he'll attempt that here. But Maddox just kind of hanging out on both knees, not pressuring in. We're going to get a stalemate with 15 to go. Let's see if somebody's able to strike late here, if we're going to head to sudden victory. Short time to go here in the third as it's Reer firing off a double leg. Maddox catches him with this front headlock. And that'll do it. We're headed to sudden victory. 1 minute on the clock. Any score will win it here. This 1 minute sudden victory. Another shot by Reer. Dragged by Maddox. Go behind. Reer standing. He's able to bring Reer down. Nice job by Connor Maddox.
And your 106-pound champion.
Kept in the fight.
Number 2 seed.
Caught Reer diving in on that attack. His number 2 ranked matchup of the evening. 113-pound Ironman final here. We got number 1 Rylan Seacrist of Brecksville. The red and gold singlet. Red ankle band. That's Justin's Farnsworth of Malvern Prep. Look to go to that little ankle pick. Seacrist able to kick away. Farnsworth number 2 in the country. Seacrist a senior. Committed to Arizona State. You see him throw that ankle band out of the way. Well, Farnsworth, a junior, as mentioned, number 2, he's committed to Rutgers. This was a final this past summer out in Fargo, that junior 113-pound Fargo final. It was Seacrist able to come out the 6-1 win. It's 2-1 with about 40 seconds to go in the second period, and Seacrist was able to blow it open with a big 4-point double leg on the edge to get him the win. Farnsworth was a runner-up here a year ago down at 106 pounds. He was able to avenge that loss in his semifinal against Caleb Noble. Won that match 4-2. Noble, number 6 in the country, I believe, came back to finish 5th. If I'm not mistaken. No, actually, Noble came back to finish 3rd. Down to 30 seconds to go, and it's Seacrist looking to snap. Goes one way, then the other, head in the hole. He's got near side cradle locked up, looking to take Farnsworth over. There's a takedown and near fall coming for Seacrist. He's got 20 seconds to work for the fall here, and this is tight. Farnsworth fighting with everything he has, keeping that left shoulder up for the time being. It looks like the block breaks of Seacrist, but 4 near fall for Seacrist. He's looking to stay on top here as he pulls himself back in on the leg, and he's going to be able to hang on. And a 7-0 lead after 1 for Rylan Seacrist. Impressive move there. Goes suicide roll on the near side cradle. Good fight by Farnsworth, though, to keep that left shoulder up. That cradle was tight. Farnsworth goes down to start the second period. Seacrist shows optional start, going to cut him right away. That's going to make it 7-1. Seacrist was super impressive in his semifinal. Led 14-4 over Turner Ross, number 8 guy in the country, before picking up the fall in the second period, or excuse me, early on in the third period. He's picking right back up where he left off. Back in this front headlock is Seacrist, and he looks to shoot out of it. This weight class is another one where we saw a lot of, I can't say a lot of, but it's a very deep weight class. U17 world champion Keegan Bassett lost first round, ended up not making the podium. It just kind of tells you everything you need to know about this tournament. It's a shot by Farnsworth. Headlock attempt by Seacrist, looking to be able to stay in the fight here and recover as he gets that near ankle. Now looking to kick away. Farnsworth had his fingers on the far ankle for a moment. Seacrist kicking away now, kicking back towards center. Farnsworth following. And they're going to call him out of bounds. They're going to call a technical violation on Seacrist for fleeing the mat. Man, I don't really agree with that, as Seacrist was kicking back towards the center. I can see if Seacrist was kicking for the second row of the bleachers, but man, he turned and kicked back towards the center. So much so to kind of put him in danger of Farnsworth collecting that second ankle. He was just able to free it somehow. Don't really like that call, but I imagine it's going to stand here. And that'll make it 7-2 in favor of Seacrist. These guys are both waiting for each other on the line, ready to get back to action. It remains 7-2. We got 35 seconds to go in the second period. See Seacrist showing off his speed, man. Super athletic guy. Guys just kind of hanging out on their knees, throwing jab fakes. It's a shot by Seacrist, looking to go sucker drag out of it now. Kind of faked it a fireman's as well. That's going to do it for the second period. We head to the third. Seacrist leads 7-2. He's going to go down to start the third period. Farnsworth tough in the top position, but trailing by 5. He's just going to cut Seacrist right away to make it 8-2. Give himself a full 2 minutes to go after Seacrist. Seacrist snaps down, front headlock once again. Football tie, looks to shoot out of it. You see kind of the in and out motion of Seacrist really throwing off the timing of Farnsworth. Farnsworth having a hard time getting hands on Seacrist. Seacrist kind of jumps right, looking to go to an angle. Inside collar by Farnsworth now. It's got a shallow underhook. Seacrist able to get his elbow in there. Throws a little jab fake. For Farnsworth, man, you can't really hang out here. You got to go after him now. As I say that, he fires off a single leg. Seacrist goes one way and then the other once again, able to get the go behind. Man, Seacrist is impressive with his motion in that front headlock. Able to really commit to one side, then kind of switches his hands, throws the guy off and circles the other way. He's going to give the escape to Farnsworth, going to make it 11-3. Still major decision territory here for Seacrist. We go under 45 to go. Farnsworth comes back center. Seacrist kind of slowly sliding his way towards there. As Farnsworth looks to go one way then the other himself. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the third period. Level changes, just keeping Farnsworth at bay. Farnsworth not really able to get to Seacrist at all. Seacrist going to come back center. And that's going to do it. It's an 11-3 major decision for Rylan Seacrist as he hits the home run. Really impressive performance there for number 1 Seacrist. Picks up another win over number 2 guy, Justin Farnsworth. He's your 113-pound Ironman, 120-pound final here at the 2025 Ironman. It's Dom Munaretto for St. Charles East. The white, black, and orange singlet green ankle band. He's taking on Jovanni Tovar, Miami Southridge. In the black and pink singlet red ankle band. Munaretto, number 3 in the country. Getting to work with his left side hook, trying to go hip to hip, circle backside. He's able to throw that left boot in, limp arm out, pick up the takedown here early. Munaretto's really tough with his cross body ride. But he's just going to go pressure on the head, cut Tovar right away. Munaretto, an Ohio State commit, wrestling in his future home state. Tovar, a sophomore, number 8 in the country at 120 pounds. Out of Florida. He picked up a big win over number 5 Cam Saunce in the semifinals. Won that match 10-9 to get here. Also defeated Case Bell in his quarterfinal 4-2. Munaretto back to that left side hook, looking to throw the boot in once again. This time Tovar able to stick with it now. He drops in on a single leg. Whizzer for Munaretto, and he's able to limp leg out and kick. No change there. 38 to go in the first. Munaretto, an Ironman champion. Back his freshman year at 106 pounds back in 2022. Remember calling that final. He's also a U17 world champion in 2024. Another shot there by Tovar. Munaretto looking to circle backside, hook that near ankle. It's Tovar continuing to wrestle through the position, but Munaretto continuing to work with his short offense, trying to circle behind. Nice job by Tovar to stay square, and that's how we're going to end the first period. It's a 3-1 lead for Dominic Munaretto. We're going to go on blood time for Tovar now. It's Munaretto's choice to start the second. He's going to go down. Munaretto's former teammate, Ben DeVino, currently wrestling for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Their starter at 133 pounds. Had a really impressive start to his redshirt freshman season. Took out returning two-time national finalist Drake Ayala a couple weeks ago in the National Duels Invitational Finals. As Munaretto's able to go short sit, reaches up for the head and circles out for his escape. Extends his lead to 4-1. Munaretto joining Davino in Columbus next year. Is a cartwheel by Tovar, and he gets the go behind. What a takedown. Counter there out of the underhook by Munaretto. That was freaking sweet, man. As Munaretto gets the escape right away, but Tovar, man, he might have Munaretto second guessing going back to that underhook and really jacking it up like that. Tovar's not going away without a fight, but it's a pancake attempt by Munaretto, and Tovar drops in with both legs. They're calling him out of bounds. Official having a word with the side official. Jim's not really happy with that out of bounds call. I'm going to see what they come up with here after this discussion. They're going to give the takedown. I tend to agree with that. Glad the officials rethought that one, as Tovar clearly was able to keep that toe in bounds, or that kind of his entire leg in bounds. But Munaretto get another escape once again. That makes it 7-6 in favor of Tovar. Also be his choice to start the third. We're down under 45 seconds to go. Shot by Tovar. Munaretto looking for the go behind. Tovar able to control that right wrist, and Munaretto steps out. Gonna go back on blood time for Tovar. Come back to action. 36 seconds to go in the second, and Tovar's really changed this match with 2 second period takedowns. Munaretto coming back forward, looking to get to that underhook. Now he's going to look to sky that elbow, but ducks the other side. Just Munaretto. He's able to go backside with both legs, and he takes the 9-7 lead with 16 seconds to go. Reaching up for the head is Tovar, and he gets the escape just like that. It's 9-8, and man, these guys are putting on a show here. Lighten up the scoreboard, and that's going to do it for the second period. Tovar's choice to start the third. He's going to go down. St. Charles East corner telling Munaretto to hide his head when he's on top. Not leaving it hanging out there for Tovar to reach back and get, but Tovar does it anyways. Goes to that short sit, reaches back for the head, is able to sit through. Ties the match at 9 with that escape, and we got 1:45 to go. Nothing separating these two right now. Looks like Munaretto might have tweaked his knee there. So he was signaling for injury time, but official gonna do him a solid there, put him on blood time. So you notice little leaky nose. Man, what a match. It was Munaretto that came out right away in the first period, picked up that takedown and cut Tovar. You really thought, man, Munaretto's probably going to control this one, but Tovar hasn't gone away. And 18 points later, there's nothing separating these two. Miami Southridge corner tells Tovar this is his match. That's what we're going to find out here 1:35 to go in the third period. See Tovar keeping those elbows in, doesn't want to let Munaretto get back to that underhook. So Munaretto made a nice adjustment there in the second period. He's skying that underhook, but Munaretto able to go back to the hook. It was Tovar that looked to counter with the overhook. And he's going switch, able to pick up the reversal. It's now 12-11, and Tovar's going to cut Munaretto. That's going to make it 13-11 in favor of Munaretto with 1 minute to go. And takedown Cohen here for Tovar. Got to find his way back on his offense. Can imagine Munaretto's really going to force anything here. No stall warnings. Tovar's got to find his own offense. So he takes a shot. Munaretto catches him coming in. And back to that left side hook. Munaretto circling right, trying to hook that ankle. Tovar circling, trying to stay square here, able to get that hand on the hip. Munaretto, not a bad spot to kind of hang out here over on the edge where you're out of danger. They go out of bounds with 16 to go. Tovar's got to find his way to a leg here, beat the head hands of Munaretto. Caution there on Tovar as he kind of jumped the whistle. We put a couple seconds back on the clock, and Tovar's got to find his way to a leg here, but Munaretto once again catches him coming in with this left side underhook. Down to 5 seconds to go. It's the first warning on Munaretto, but that's going to do it. It's a 13-11 marathon match, and Dominic Munaretto of St. Charles East picks up his second Ironman title.
20-pound Ironman champion, Dom Munaretto.
And he's your 126-pound final here, the 2025 Ironman. Got Paul Kenny of Christian Brothers Academy in the white and blue singlet, green ankle band. Taking on Gray Burnett of Perrysburg in the black and gold singlet, red ankle band. Kenny, number 2 in the country. He's a junior. Recently just committed to Iowa, while Burnett, number 3, also a junior, committed to Penn State, going to join his former teammate Marcus Blaze. He's a true freshman, 133 pounds for Penn State. These two wrestled back in 2023. The U17 World Team spot at 48 kilos. It was Kenny who won that best 2 out of 3 series, went on to win the U17 World Championship at 48 kilos. This past summer, it was Burnett who made the U17 World Team at 55 kilograms, went on to win a world bronze medal. And he's had an interesting tournament, man. A couple serious tests. It's Kenny in on the low single leg, head under the leg. And Burnett's tough in here with these scrambles. He looks to pass the leg, but Kenny holding him there. Burnett continuing to advance and roll. Transition with his lock on the leg, kind of hopping his hips over is Burnett. Kenny trying to hold him on his back. Burnett's got to watch his shoulders here. Able to get his buckle to the mat now. Now it's Burnett just down on the leg. Kenny kind of sitting up on his back, and we're going to get stalemated. Interesting scramble there, guys. Just kind of rolling back and forth, trying to look for an advantage. Hold their opponent on the back, but not able to. As I was saying, Burnett's had a really tough road to get here. In his round of 16 bout, he was trailing 5-4 with just about 15 seconds to go when against Finnegan O'Brien of Blair Academy. O'Brien was disqualified for a bite that got Burnett the win. Picked up a 12-2 major decision in his quarterfinal, but this morning defeating number 4 Nicholas Garcia in tiebreakers 2-1. Really had to grind that one out, ride out in the second tiebreaker, got it done for Burnett. He goes down to start the second period. Well, Kenny was pretty dominant to the semifinals before defeating Ignacio Villasenor, number 5 guy in the country, 2-1. Both these guys have gone through a gauntlet to get here. It's a Granby sort of roll, hip roll by Burnett. He gets the escape to take a 1-0 lead, and he shoots Kenny out of bounds. It was Kenny looking for the go-behind as they go out. Shot by Burnett. Kenny works out a short offense, throws it by. Look to have both ankles, but it's Burnett continuing to wrestle, passes the leg. Navy here, hand in between the legs for Kenny. He's trying to peel the fingers of Burnett. It's going to get stopped for potentially dangerous. It's like pressure against the back of Burnett, and we're going to go on injury time for Burnett. Man, that was a freaking last-ditch effort by Burnett to go to that leg pass. It looked like Kenny had him dead to rights off that throw-by out of short offense. Got to both legs, but Burnett was somehow able to pass the leg there. Kenny continued to work out of it, go to that Navy and try to peel the fingers, but Burnett kept his hands on that leg and back got kind of stretched out there. You see his dad, Scott Burnett, Perrysburg coach, rubbing it out a little bit. Cut injury time 1:27 to go in the second period still. A lot of action between these two. Not a lot of points to show for it, but it's a shot off the snap by Burnett. He's in on the double. He gets Kenny to his butt and picks up the takedown to go up 4-0. Nice job by Burnett to pursue off the snap by Kenny. Just followed the snap right into his legs. Gave him really no opportunity to scramble there. And Burnett's going to drive him out of bounds. It's a stall warning on Burnett. Keep that one in mind, folks. You've got to believe Burnett's going to attempt to ride here. Burnett competed at the Clarion Open back last month, College Open. Picked up a couple nice wins, splitting matches with the number one guy down at 120 pounds, Landon Sidden, the future teammate at Penn State. Kenny's able to fight hands, kick out for the escape, cut it to 4-1. Got 35 to go in the second period. Burnett, I believe, went on to finish fifth. Also picked up a win over Vinny Kilcurry, an Ohio State wrestler there. Crazy to think these guys are only juniors in high school. It feels like they've been around forever, just the level they've been wrestling at from a young age. Two U17 world medalists. Possibly be seeing this one down the road, future Big Ten battles between Penn State and Iowa. But we head to the third. Burnett leads 4-1. Kenny's choice is going to go down. Keep in mind, Burnett does have that stall warning against him. Short sit for Kenny. Burnett heavy chop on the right side. Kenny controlling that left hand of Burnett. Burnett's just going to push him away. It's going to make it 4-2. 1:45 to go in the third. Drag there by Kenny, not able to get through the head hands though. Shot by Burnett. Kenny looking to circle left. Kenny's going to start throwing the kitchen sink, it seems like here. So we go down to 60 seconds to go in the third. Crowd already getting on Burnett for stalling as he's kind of riding the line there. Kenny pursuing forward wisely. Burnett, though, circles back center and shoots Kenny out of bounds with 46 to go. Snap by Burnett. Circles his butt back center. Kenny throwing a couple level changes at him. You gotta believe another warning coming here soon for Burnett as it's Kenny getting in head outside. Crotch lock for Burnett. Kenny scooping that far heel. Down to 15 to go. We're gonna hop over as Kenny. Burnett keeping that crotch lock. Now tying up both legs. It's gonna be hard for Kenny to finish here. I'm Burnett. I'm just gonna keep trying to get height here with these feet. Keep this clock running. That's exactly what he's gonna do. And that's gonna do it. It's a 4-2 win for Gray Burnett. He gets revenge from that U20 or U17 best of 3 finals back a couple years ago. Here we go, 132-pound final here in the 2025 Ironman, and we got one of my favorite guys in the country to watch, Jayden Raney of Union County in the red, white, and blue singlet, red ankle band. He's taking on Nathan Rioux out of Avon in the white, black, and gold singlet, green ankle band. Top 2 seeds here coming through. Raney, the number 1 guy in the country at 132 pounds. He's a senior committed to Oklahoma State. He's in on the single leg here early. Shin whizzer by Rioux. Shelfing near leg. On the inside is Raney able to go little head wheel finish. Brings it down to the mat, cracks it down. Goes up 3-0 here early. Expected to see Fred Bachmann of Faith Christian Academy in this bracket. Pulled out late due to injury, but Rioux seated second, able to battle his way through the bracket, was dominant to the quarterfinals, picked up a 4-1 win over Noto, then a 7-2 decision in his semifinal. Well, Raney's been dominant on his way here. Tech fall, first period fall, another tech fall in the quarters, and a 5-0 decision over Vincenzo Anello in his semifinal. Raney was on the senior world team this summer for the United States and the Greco world team. Down at 55 kilograms, I believe. So the official calls them out of bounds with 26 seconds to go. See Jayden's twin brother, Jordyn, number 1 ranked wrestler at 144 pounds in our 144-pound final here in just a little bit. These Raney brothers, I've loved watching them their whole high school career. They just throw the kitchen sink at it. Yeah, they're pinners, always looking to score, and they get in some wild matches. It was Jayden falling in the Ironman finals a year ago to Jax Forrest. Fell 10-7 in sudden victory. That was an awesome final. Recommend going back and watching that if you get the opportunity, but that's going to do it for the first. Raney takes a 3-0 lead to the second. He's going to go down right away to start the second. Raney picks up the escape just 5 seconds into the period, extends his lead to 4-0. Shot by Rioux. Raney with the re-attack attempt. Nice down block by Rioux. Raney had a hand on the back of the knee there for a moment, not able to pull it in as Rioux sprawls it back. Another shot by Raney, nice re-attack by Rioux, caught him coming in, was able to catch that underhook and goes to the far knee pick. Cuts it to 4-3, and now he's getting to work on top. He's got it at a shallow hand on a cross wrist there for a moment, but Raney able to control the left hand and cut away, make it 5-3. Shot by Rioux, had a hand on that knee. Raney kept that collar tied. Able to keep Rioux at bay. Jayden Raney also number 5 in our pound-for-pound rankings. So truly one of the best in the United States. And Eddie weight. Shot by Raney, double leg, now switches off to single, just 10 seconds to finish here on the edge. Whizzer by Rioux. Nice defense there by Rioux, able to get his leg back. That's how the second period is going to finish. 5-3 to lead for Raney. Rio's choice to start the third. He's going to go neutral. Rioux staying in the fight here. Takedown here could give him the lead. Raney takes his foot off the gas a little bit in the third period. It's a slow first 30 seconds. As I say that, nice little ankle snag there by Raney. Brings it up to his feet. Now looking to sit him. Catches the far ankle, and there's a takedown for Raney. Sends the lead to 8-3 now. Able to work up now. Traps that left ankle of Rioux on the far side of the mat. Brooks Black, the Union County coach, telling Raney, keep him in bounds here. Raney just draining the clock here. There's a first stall warning on Raney, though. Man, they make some interesting stall calls here. I'll just say that. I've seen a lot of interesting ones. Is Raney just keeping himself in bounds, continuing to work, as it was Rioux trying to get the restart, and they warned Raney, hey, whatever, man. Rioux working back up quad pod. Raney sits him. Popping right back up, though, is Rioux trying to fight hands here. Raney gets the cross wrist. Rioux able to break that free. Back up to his feet. Raney going back to that cross wrist, possibly looking standing hazard. Now Raney drops to the legs, going to drive Rioux out of bounds with 14 to go. Quad pod stand once again for Rioux. Staying heavy on that left side, though. Trapping the ankle is Raney. And that's going to do it. The 8-3 decision for Jayden Raney of Union County. He picks up his first Ironman title. 138-pound final here, the 2025 Ironman. We got Karson Brown of St. Edwards, the black and gold singlet, green ankle band, taking on Israel Borge out of Bixby, Oklahoma. The red, white, and blue singlet, red ankle band. Borge, the 2 seed here, number 6 in the country at 138 pounds. He's a junior, committed to Iowa. While Brown, the 4 seed, had to go through top seed Keanu Dillard, number 4 guy in the country, in his semifinal. Brown, as senior, headed to Pitt next year. As you see the Pitt decals on his headgear. A little bit of revenge for Brown in that semifinal, as he was able to pick up a takedown late in the third period to take that one 4-1. He fell to Dillard in last year's semifinals, down to 126 pounds. Also 4-1 that bout. Minute down in this first period. Not too much to show for it yet. Both guys feeling it out here. Borge got a big, tough win over number 5, Dale Corbin of Wyoming Seminary. Won that one 2-1 in tiebreakers in his semifinal to get here. Snap by Borge, looking to circle left, but it's Brown, pulls himself in on the high crotch. Now head in the knee, gonna sit Borge to his butt. Take the early 3-0 lead, just 12 seconds to go in the period. Huge ride-out situation here for Brown. Borge's up to his feet and able to cut away for the escape. Good effort there by Borge. Proved to be a huge point late in the period. And that's how we'll end the first 3-1 lead for Brown. Borge's choice to start the second. He defers to Brown. Brown's going to go down. Nice kind of awareness there by Brown. He felt the snap and circle left by Borge, and he just fired right in on that high crotch, switched to kind of head in the knee finish. So he was able to crack Borge down. See that the kind of transition to the highest levels. Brown's out for his escape right away to extend the lead to 4-1, but guys now are starting to time the snaps. Knee pull here by Brown. He's got the single leg up on his feet, looking for the trip. Now nice golf swing finish. Borge going splits as Brown's got that leg shelved. Trying to climb the leg is Brown. He's got to protect his ankles here as he pulls it back center. Up on one foot here is Borge. Looking for the trip once again is Brown. Now Borge able to bring it to Shin Wizard. Now comes back into him. Traditional defense on the toe is Borge. Official got to be on top of that. So it was Borge looking to go switch cradle. Probably was planning on dropping his shoulder in there, maybe switching off to double leg, but can't stay on the toe there. It can put your hip in a real bad spot. Official stops it, potentially dangerous. But as I was saying, just timing those snaps, these guys, like, some guys just snap as a motion, not really as a setup. And just like that, you saw Brown follow that snap once again, was able to get a hand on the ankle momentarily, but now it's a single leg for Borge, keeping good head position in there. Going down to a shin wizard of his own is Brown. Borge trying to hop over, throw the boot in. Brown catching the heel, rolling through. Borge getting weight on that heel. Brown still down on the ankle. Now we got to watch the knee here of Borge. He's getting a little rubber knee. Borge following though, in decent position to score, but Brown continues to wrestle. Now it's Borge back hooked on the leg, looking to pass. Brown keeping heavy on that left leg. Borge back hooked, coming out the back door. 12 seconds to go here. Far ankle for Brown. Both these guys got their legs tied up now. Going to be hard to finish for either of them with short time to go here. Borge trying to get weight on that heel once again and pressure into Brown, but that's how the period's going to end. A standing defense by both. It's Borge's choice to start the third. He's going to go down. Looks like Brown's kind of signaling that he's got some blood or something. I don't know what he's motioning here. Yeah, looks like we got some blood here for Brown. Shot following through that, not rushing the score. So Borge's choice to start the third. He's going to go down. We'll see what kind of ride Brown plans to put on here. Brown gets set, staying heavy on the left side, but Borge right up to his feet, controls the right hand and cuts away. Just 5 seconds now, 4-2. Shot by Borge, he's backside, they award the takedown. Brown's still kind of holding on to that far side lap. Borge drops down to the legs. I don't know if he knows that he got the takedown. If I'm Brown, I'm not really fighting here. I'm just going to turn away and try to kick. This is just a time waster here for Borge. He cuts off to the double, looking to bring Brown back down to the mat. Brown still up on his feet, fighting hands. Borge's got to be mindful here. Doesn't want to give up a stall warning, but he's able to bring Brown down. Brown bounces right back up, looking to cut away for the escape, and he's going to get it. Ties the match at 5 with 1:10 to go. That was a nice, quick, clean attack by Borge. First time he was really able to get in clean on Brown without kind of that messy scramble starting. Nice outside step by Brown. Now he's head in the middle, looking to go backside on it. He's got the corner on it, gets that left foot shelved. He's going to look to climb the leg now. Keep that hand above the knee. Pressuring down on the head, though, is Borge. Staying in split position, going to try to keep that far ankle away. Down to 30 seconds to go. Brown's got to protect his ankles here. You know, Borge's thinking about possibly going leg pass. Now foot on the outside, a little bit better here for Borge. Harder to finish if you're Brown. And it comes back down to the mat. Back in the splits is Borge. Leg shelved again for Brown. Down to 10 seconds to go. Brown's pulling it back center. Dives for that far ankle. An incredible defense by Borge. Able to fight it off. And we're headed to sudden victory. Tied at 5 here. 1 minute on the clock. Any score will win here. I believe either guy has a stall warning. Borge's kind of ripping the pre-wrap off his elbow tape job there. And here we go. We'll see if these guys can settle it on their feet. Both guys had plenty of opportunities. Showing off really good defense. Borge tying up the fingers there. Shot off the fake for Brown. Borge able to slide off. Throw by Brown. Down under 30 to go. In the sudden victory period, shot by Borge. Brown looking to re-attack. Is Borge ready right back for a re-attack of his own. Borge took a second to look at the clock. I don't really advise that. And is Brown firing another shot. Re-attack by Borge, but Brown's foot hits the floor. We go out of bounds with 13 on the clock. I think both these guys are feeling it. I can't really blame them. They've been firing this whole match. Down under 10 to go, and we might be destined for tiebreakers here. That'll do it for our sudden victory period. Flip of the disc. Both guys will get an opportunity with choice here with these two 30-second tiebreakers. If we're still tied after this, first guy who scored will get choice in the ultimate tiebreaker, which I believe that was Brown who got the first takedown in this match. Brown's choice in this first 30-second tiebreaker. He's going to go down. If you're Borge, you want to ride here. Unlike college tiebreakers, riding time not a factor here. If we're still tied after these two periods, we'll go to the ultimate tiebreaker. Borge off the whistle, throws that right boot in, but Brown able to clear it, comes up to his feet, working on the claw. Dropping to the ankle is Borge. Brown kicking away. And Borge's got to let it go. You don't want to give up a stall warning here. Brown able to get his escape, takes a 6-5 lead. Just 10 seconds to go in this first 30-second tiebreaker. First 30 seconds in the books. Borge's choice now, he will go down. Oh, not you, sorry. Blood time green.
Blood time green?
Oh, he said cut it. Whoops. All right, Borge's choice now in the second 30-second tiebreaker. He's got to get away from Brown. Brown with no stall warnings. So, you know, Brown's going to commit to this ride as hard as he can. He can afford to drop to an ankle and give up a warning. Borge up to quad pod. Brown drops to that leg right away, but Borge looked to be clear for a second. Brown back in on the leg now, though. Bringing it up to his feet. Borge turning and kicking. They're going to stalemate it. That's the correct call. It's typically a stalemate in the first stoppage. Next one will be a stall call. We're going to go back on blood time for green. Down to just 17 seconds to go. No warnings on Brown still to this point. You're Borge. You got to find a way to get up clean. Keep your ankles free. Maybe a short sits the move here. Brown still has that stall warning to give. And just like that, Brown drops to the leg off the whistle. Borge continuing to kick now, turns into him, and there's the first stall warning on Brown. Down to just 10 seconds to go in this second 30-second tiebreaker. Brown with a 6-5 lead. Can't afford to give up another warning here. Can't drop to an ankle if you're Brown. Borge up to his feet. Brown dropping to the leg. He's got to follow here. He's got to work up. Short time to go. Gets the lift as Brown able to follow. And there it is. Karson Brown. What a war. Hats off of both guys. That was a freaking battle. Here we go, folks. 144-pound final. The 2025 Ironman. We got Jordyn Raney of Union County in the red, white, and blue singlet green ankle band, taking on Tyler Dekraker of Lake Highland Prep, also in a different red, white, and blue singlet red ankle band. I think this match is going to be fireworks, folks. Raney, #1 in the country, senior, headed to Oklahoma State next year, while Dekraker, #3, also a senior, committed to Minnesota. Saw Raney's twin brother Jayden just win his first Ironman title down at 132 pounds. Jordyn looking for his first title. And he dominated his way through Fargo this summer to win the 138-pound junior title. Some bump up at who's #1 to 150 pounds to take on Bassett, who we'll see in our next and final. Unfortunately, Raney was injured really early on in that match. Wasn't able to continue. Would have liked to see that one play out, as I believe Jordyn picked up a fall against Bassett all the way back in 2022 in Fargo. A lot of things have changed for these guys since then. Saw Dekraker fill in at who's #1, where he took out Kellen Wolbert at 138 pounds. We also saw Dekraker win Super 32 back in October, defeating Sam Herring. So we're tied up here in short offense. Dekraker guy, a little bit hard to open up, but man, this kid can wrestle. He gets in some fun exchanges. Tough in the top position. Saw him take out #3 guy down at, we're up at 150 pounds in his semifinal. And Colin Shepard, able to put Shepard to it, Clinton Shepard, excuse me, able to put Shepard to his back late in that match. Won that one 8-1. It's Raney's choice to start the second. He goes down. He's turning right back into Dekraker. Dekraker looking to follow, but Raney's going to clear away for the escape, go up 1-0. And it's Raney in on the single leg. fighting this one off as Dekraker, but Raney's able to climb up to the body, pick up the takedown. He's also got that bottom leg trapped. He's going to look to get under that chin to the far shoulder, elevate this bottom leg for this Turk. Kraker's got to crawl forward, keep his chest on the mat, and he's able to clear that leg, but now Raney with the bar on the left side.
Ladies,
1:10 to go, and Raney's going to look to ride hard here. Another key future component to David Taylor's Oklahoma State Cowboys here, these Raney twins. Dekraker looks to roll. Raney able to plant him though. And he's got him bellied out here, going head lever on the left side. Official watching that elbow, but Raney able to pull it back. Now slides bar in, but Dekraker turning into him. Raney down on the leg, gonna drive Dekraker out of bounds. We're gonna get reset with 43 seconds to go. Dekraker was formerly committed to the Ohio State Buckeyes, recently flipped to Minnesota Golden Gophers, and they got a good one here, good future light to middleweight guy into Dekraker. So made a switch to Lake Highland Prep in the offseason. Nice hip changeover by Dekraker. Raney continuing to try to follow, and he's close to near fall swipes. Raney can't use that bow and arrow here. You better be smart there as the official was watching it. A good follow by Raney. He's got Dekraker broken down flat to his belly once again. There's a first stall warning on Dekraker. I mean, he's putting a lot of effort down there. Raney just kind of burying him right now. Like a backpack staying glued to him. And that'll do it for the second period. Raney leads 4-0. Dekraker's choice to start the third. Looks to his corner. They want him to go neutral. Dekraker wanting to go down. Dekraker gonna go down. And he gets set on top. Heavy chop on that left side right away. Traps the ankle. Dekraker working back up to his feet. Lifts with the claw for Raney. Takes him over to his back, but Dekraker able to roll through. No escape awarded yet as the arm past the midline of the back of Dekraker. Cartwheel by Dekraker, and Raney still following. Locks in the crotch and lifts. Now body lock for Raney. Looking to take him to his back. Holy crap, great effort by both guys, and it's Raney still on top. Staying heavy on that left side. Man, I really thought a couple of those times Dekraker was out, and I also thought a couple times Raney was going to plant him on his back. Now using this bar, trying to suck him back is Raney. Dekraker kind of stuck here now as Raney's got this tight bar, back right ankle trapped. Looking to circle right and suck back is Raney. Dekraker finally able to get that left arm free from the bar, but now Raney pressuring in that back ankle trap, driving to that cross wrist. If Raney looks to go roll through tilt here. So we go down to 35 seconds to go. Roll through attempt here by Raney. Dekraker posting that left foot out, keeping his base. Roll by Dekraker, and they go out of bounds. Down to 22 seconds to go. Raney is riding like a bear. I'm sure Dekraker's probably rethinking that bottom choice to start the third. Raney gonna get set on top. Another restart, goes cross pick return. Roll by Dekraker, nice follow by Raney. Turning in is Dekraker, another roll by Dekraker. Raney once again able to trap that ankle and follow, down to 5 seconds to go. And an impressive performance by Jordyn Raney. Joins his brother Jayden. Picks up his first iron. Zahid Valencia and David Taylor. And here we go, 150-pound Ironman final here. Got Bo Bassett of Bishop McCort in the red, black, and gold singlet, red ankle band. Taking on Joe Bachmann of Faith Christian Academy in the black and white singlet, green ankle band. Bassett #1 in the country at 150 pounds. Bachmann #4. Bassett, a Virginia Tech commit. Bachmann, just a junior, committed to the University of Iowa. And you see Bassett right away get into his heavy hand fight. Fake snap in motion, looking for the go-behind. He's going to drive Bachmann out of bounds. Bachmann looks like he might have taken a shot to the head there, a poke to the eye. Bachmann himself, a 2-time Ironman champion. None of these guys ever lost in this gym. Looking to stop history for Bassett here. Bassett, his last 2 years at Ironman up to this point has been all technical falls. Snap by Bassett. Bachmann looking to shoot into it. Bassett's going to shoot Bachmann out of bounds. Once again, it's going to be a stall warning on Bachmann. Both Bassett and Bachmann, 2-time Pennsylvania State champions. Bachmann, a Super 32 champion. Bassett became the first 4-time Super 32 champion back in October. This time Bachmann able to catch Bassett coming in with this front headlock. Got his hands locked. See if he looks to work out of here. He's just going to hold on for the stalemate. We go under a minute to go in the first period. Bassett's so aggressive in this hand fight. Goes collar and ankle now. Skies that heel up on the shoulder. Looking to get to that far leg. Is Bachmann over on the edge? They go out of bounds. No score there. Bassett's pace is something special, man. We saw him put on a show at Clarion Open last month. Took out a couple national qualifiers and also majored. Current #2, Jackson Joy is it. Joe Bachmann on the re-attack. He picks up a takedown to go up 3-0. 23 seconds to go in the first. Huge ride-out situation for Bachmann here as he's very tough in the top position. Goes tight waist ankle, looking to chop right. As Bassett works up to his feet, fighting hands. Bachmann with a stall warning, going to give the escape, make it 3-1. Down to 10 to go in the first. Bassett going right back to this hand fight, right hand collar tie. Snap corner for Bassett, looking to cut double. Bassett fighting the hand, and that's how the first period's going to end. Bachmann leads 3-1 after one. Flip of the disc, Bachmann's choice to start the second. He's going to go down. Bassett really tough in the top position himself. Looking to his dad, Bill Bassett in the corner, showing optional start. Looks like Bassett just wants to go to work on his feet. He's really tough in the top position. He's got a really nice cross wrist tilt, but he's showing optional here. Gonna cut Bachmann to start the second period. That should have been a caution on Bachmann. Yep. No. Yep. And Bassett's gonna give the escape, gonna make it 4-1 for Bachmann. Bassett bringing the pressure right back to him. Bachmann making a big jump up in weight. Won this title down at 120 pounds last year. In on the shot as Bassett goes drag, roll by Bachmann. Bassett's gonna follow. That ties it at 4. Now it's Bassett looking to cut. Keeping that pressure on the collar as Bassett snap and go behind. Looked like he dragged the toe there. Official gonna call him out of bounds though. Bachmann takes a look at the clock, man. You know he's feeling the pace. I feel for him. And Bassett's gonna keep coming. He's like a dog on a bone. Shot by Bachmann, in on the double. Able to whizzer it down as Bassett. Head position for Bachmann. So he's still got this seatbelt, now goes up to the chin. Bassett gonna clear. Elbow pass for Bassett. Fake in on the single leg as Bassett switches head outside. Bachmann going big. Looks like the wind's getting taken out of the sails here as Bachmann's going injury time. Bassett takes a 7-5 lead now. Bachmann on injury time. As I was saying, man, this pace of Bassett's something else. He watched him melt Division I college wrestlers, high school wrestlers, senior level freestyle guys, time and time again, and it's really only a matter of time before the floodgates open for most guys. And it's kind of feel like that's what we're seeing here with Bachmann. But Bachmann's still in this match, man. It's 7-5. Just taking a minute to collect himself here, come back to action, lock in here. They come back to action here. Bassett showing optional start. Still got 52 seconds to go in the second period. 52. Optional start here for Bassett. Going to come out to the head right away. Give the escape. That's going to make it 7-6. That's going to be a second stall warning on Bachmann. That's going to be one for Bassett. Back on injury time for Bachmann. That's going to be choice for Bassett next here. And Bachmann almost out of injury time here. Bassett's choice as we come back to action now after that second injury time. I believe one more injury time would end the match. 46 seconds to go. Bassett on bottom. Bachmann riding here. There's a locked hands on Bachmann. It's going to be 1 point for Bassett. It's going to make it 9-6. Things just kind of falling apart here for Bachmann. We'll see if he's able to lock back in here. So you know Bassett's going to continue to bring it. It's a second caution on Bachmann. He's got to be careful on these restarts. Tight waist ankle. Bassett back up to his feet though, fighting hands. Front trip by Bachmann, staying with him. There's another interlock on Bachmann. Both officials signal for it. It's the second interlock call on Bachmann now. Faith Christian Academy coach going to have another word with the official here. And really what's creating that problem for Bachmann is Bassett's just continuing to pop up over and over again. Bachmann's not resetting his hands on the returns. Bachmann able to return Bassett out of bounds once again. 18 seconds to go in the second. Bachmann going side headlock, looking to slide right boot in. He's got that figure four on the right side. Down to 10 seconds to go in the period. Keep in mind, Bachmann has been warned for stalling. He's got to look to improve here. There's another stall warning on Bachmann. That's his second stall point. Jim's not liking this. As you hear the boos raining in. It's another point for Bassett, make it 11-6. 3 seconds to go in the second period. Side headlock for Bachmann, and that's going to do it for the second period. It's Bassett's choice to start the third. Bachmann, man, you got a lot of things you got to be working with here. You can't give up another interlock call. You can't give up another... Don't want to give up another stall warning. Don't want to give up another caution. Bachmann riding now. Bassett back up to his feet. Return for Bachmann as they go out of bounds. .148 to go in the third. There's the third caution on Bachmann. So that's the point for Bassett. That makes it 12-6. Bachmann continuing to elect to ride here. So that's really where he's given up the majority of his points thus far, and he's going to drive Bassett out of bounds. 1:30 to go in the third. As I mentioned, man, this is for Bassett to join that exclusive group of just be the third four-time Ironman champion. Now Bachmann dropping down to the legs, able to work up. Bassett working up to quad pod. If you're Bachmann, man, you got to continue to look to improve because you know they're ready to warn you once again for stalling. Next one would be 2 points. Quad, tight waist for Bachmann. He's going to take it out of bounds with 1:04 to go in the third. Tight waist ankle for Bachmann off the whistle. Bassett working back up to his feet. And Bachmann's going to bring it back down once again. And if you're Bachmann, you got to give yourself a chance to win the match though as well. Trail by 6, you got to look for a turn here. Rideout's not really getting you anywhere. Right leg coming in now for Bachmann, trying to stretch Bassett out. Down to 35 to go. Bachmann going to drive it out of bounds. .33 seconds to go in the third period. It's going to be another caution on Bachmann. Man, I don't really know. It looks like it was bottom, man, but it's going to be another point for Bassett. .13-6 now the score, 33 seconds to go. Back to that tight waist ankle drop for Bachmann. Bassett continue to work up to quad pod. Cutting hands, and Bassett's away. No escape awarded yet, and there it is. It's going to make it 14-6 with 20 seconds to go, and Bassett coming at him like a madman. They go out of bounds with 17 seconds to go. And you know Bassett's not going to stop here. Bachmann just hanging on now, trying to stay alive. Snaps coming for Bassett. Under 10 seconds to go. Shot for Bachmann. Bassett looking for the go behind. Shot by Bassett. Re-attack Bachmann. They go out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. That looks like another caution for Bachmann. They're just going to let it go, though, and that's going to do it. It's a 14-6 major decision for Bo Bassett of Bishop McCort. An interesting match to say the least. But Bo Bassett, just the third ever four-time Ironman champion. Matt number 2. I'm Mason Lindemuth with Flow Wrestling, and here we go. 157-pound final here, the 2025 Ironman. Got Wyatt Medlin of Washington County. Excuse me, Washington Community. He's in the black and orange singlet, red ankle band, taking on Justice Heeg of Providence Catholic. in the white and green singlet, green ankle band. Medlin, number 2 in the country at 157 pounds. He's the top seed at this weight class. He's a senior, committed to Illinois. While Hieg, number 3 guy in the country, just a sophomore. He was a 2 seed coming into the weekend. Hieg with a big win in his semifinal over number 4 Zeno Moore. Won that one 4-1 in sudden victory. He was able to pick up a late double leg takedown on the edge. Expect this one to be real tight. Both these guys, kind of similar styles. They're both brawlers. Really aggressive hand fighters. Stay in good position. Have a lot of power. Underhook on the left side for Medlin. Head position for Hieg, able to clear out. Down to 30 seconds to go in the first period. This is where Medlin likes to get. He likes to work out of these control ties. This guy that competes a lot in freestyle and Greco. Really good with his control ties. Hieg, despite being a sophomore, he had a we've got a leaky nose here for Medlin. We're going to go on blood time early on. I was just saying, Hieg, just a sophomore, but he had a really productive offseason. Finished second in the U17 World Team Trials of Jayden James, who we'll see in the next match. Probably the biggest match of the night. James went on to win U17 World Championship, but Hieg went on to finish third at Fargo. And won Super 32 back in October at 157 pounds. Cut the blood, we got it cleaned up, and we're gonna come back to action now. Just 9 seconds to go in the first. See if either guy pulls the trigger here late in the period. And that'll do it for the first. No score after 1 here in our opening final. Flip of the disc, Medlin's choice. He's gonna defer to Hieg. He's gonna go down. Kind of seen this play out a similar way a lot in these later round matches this weekend. 1-1 late in the third. Interesting choice by Medlin to defer choice to start the period as he gets the escape in just 4 seconds in high school. If this were to go to ultimate tiebreaker, the first point scored gets choice in that ultimate tiebreaker, which inherently is an advantage. But we got a lot of wrestling before we get there. 1:40 to go in the second period. Medlin gets back to his underhook, but he does a nice job keeping head position. Not letting Medlin really get a lot of leverage with that underhook. You see Medlin using that left-hand collar tie, pulling on the head, snaps. That's where he makes a lot of his money, just wearing on guys in these control ties and snaps. Opens up his opportunities later in the match for his attacks. Down under 60 seconds to go in the second period now. Looks like Medlin's nose plug there popped out. We're gonna go back on blood time. Watch what Hieg's doing with that right hand. Posting in the throat with that thumb block. Just trying to create space between him and Medlin. And it takes away a lot of the effect of those collar ties. Interesting new take on these Ironman finals this year. We ran with the medal rounds, our 3rd, 5th, and 7th place matches prior to this, so just our finals here going on now. Everybody in this gym with eyes on our center mat. Medlin gets back to that left side hook. See he lock his hands there with the overhook, trying to keep that elbow down, but continuing with that throat block is Heeg. There's a first warning on Heeg. Medlin really controlling these tie-ups, moving Heeg around the mat. He hasn't really been able to clear thus far, set up any of his offense. It might not look like much, but Medlin's putting in a lot of work here. Transition from one tie to the next. Little outside step jab with that right foot by Heeg. Got Medlin to bite a little bit on that. He saw him move his left foot back. Might be looking at something later on in the match with that setup. Head to the third period. Heeg leads 1-0. Medlin's choice is going to go down. Heeg pulls him back with the claw. See him kind of throw his legs across the back of the knees of Medlin, trying to expose the shoulders and hold him for maybe a quick 2 count. But Medlin back up to his feet, controls the left hand, and he's able to cut away for the escape. Tie the match at 1 with 1:40 to go in the third. See who's able to take advantage in this third period. Keep in mind, he does have that stall warning, so he's got to stay engaged here. I imagine he's going to start firing a little bit more now. Medlin checks his stance, staying low, gets back to that left side collar tie. He kind of feinted at a duck under there, but Medlin drives back to that left side hook, getting that right elbow up of Heeg, and we're going to go back on blood time. We saw a little look of frustration there by Medlin. This is where blood time kind of plays into the match, the flow of the match. It can be a little frustrating. Just trying to get yourself into a rhythm of wearing on the guys, getting to your setups. All these blood stoppages can really mess with that. They get it cleaned up quick. We're back to action with 1:10 to go. Medlin's just doing a really nice job, just keeping that left-hand collar, inside collar, not letting Heeg circle in, but now Heeg tries to drive to his hook, underhook. Back to that underhook from Medlin. He drives Heeg towards the edge, but Heeg wisely circles back in. Medlin going right back to that underhook, though. Keeping his head right in the fight is Heeg, though. And there's a second stall warning on Heeg. And that's a point for Medlin. He takes the 2-1 lead with 20 seconds to go, and now Heeg's got to work. Medlin gets back to that underhook, man. He's just got to keep doing what he's been doing this whole match. Just win the hand fight for the next 13 seconds. He's got to find his way to some offense. He's got to find a way to a leg. Being able to beat these hands of Medlin. Medlin just staying at home, though. He can't get through those head hands. There's the first stall warning on Medlin as he shoots him out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. There goes the nose plug. Shot off the whistle by Heeg, but that's going to do it. It's a 2-1 win for Wyatt Medlin. Not the way you'd normally see a match won, but Medlin really controlled that match in the hand fight the entire time. Big one coming up, and here we go, folks. 165-pound final here at the 2025 Ironman. Got number 1, Melvin Miller, junior from Bishop McCort, in the black, red, and gold singlet red ankle band, taking on Jayden James, senior, number 2 in the country of Del Barton, in the white and green singlet, green ankle band. Miller, number 1 on the class of 2027 big board. So Virginia Tech commit. James, number 3, the class of 2026. Headed to Penn State next season. Miller, 2-time Super 32 champ, 3-time Fargo champ, and 2-time Pennsylvania State champ. He's been 3rd and 2nd in his first 2 tries here at Ironman. Well, James, a U17 world champion, New Jersey State champion, Fargo champ. See Miller look to get to his underhook. These two are two of the best in the entire building. A minute into the first period. Both these guys, all bonus points to the finals. See, shot by Miller. James able to catch him. Now controls that elbow. Posted up to the shot. Gets to that left ankle, or excuse me, right ankle. Miller able to fight in and kick away. You're going to see a lot of speed between these two. They're really good at changing levels, getting to the legs. And there's your first example of that. You see Miller club to that left side hook. James keeping his head buried right in that shoulder. Miller looks to snap out. Down to 10 seconds to go in the first. That'll do it for the first period. We're scoreless after one. Miller's choice to start the second. He's going to go down. I mentioned Miller, Virginia Tech commit. That was actually where James was previously committed to before making the flip to Penn State here last spring. Looking to go suck back. As Miller went to short sit was James. Miller able to recover. James circles back behind. Now Miller working up to his feet. Switch by Miller. He's under the leg. James continuing to work to circle behind, but gonna push Miller away for the escape, and Miller takes a 1-0 lead. 25 seconds into this second period. These guys wrestling a little bit more calculated than we're used to seeing. They know the speed in which the other can re-attack is there. And now James gets head outside, high crotch. That near ankle controlled by Miller. Taking away a leg from the table of James. James continuing to try to work though. Down on that left ankle of Miller. Miller fighting into him. Staying on that near ankle. Elevating it up. We're going to get stopped for potentially dangerous. Down under a minute to go in the second now. Haven't seen Miller really fire off a committed attack thus far. Seen James get to two solid attacks. Just strong defense by Miller. Nice underhook to the far ankle pick by Miller. He's able to pick up the takedown. Just going to give the escape to James. Now looks to go right back to that ankle pick. James able to recover, keep his foot on the mat, and he shoots Miller out of bounds. So that's 4-1 in favor of Miller. And you saw that speed there, man. Both these guys extremely fast, both on their offense and their re-attacks. Saw both these guys compete at the Clarion Open back last month. James looks to go inside reach to that single. Had a hand on the foot, just not able to bring it in. Down and short offense. James controlling the left elbow of Miller. As Miller looks to throw it by, circle behind, not going to be able to get there. And we're going to head to the third period. James's choice going to go down. As I was saying, these guys both competed last month in the Clarion Open. James up at 165, ended up taking fifth. The only loss was to his former teammate, Alessio Parrington, while Miller picked up the 157-pound title along the way, taking out Brandon Cannon of Ohio State, current number 5 in the country, 157 pounds in NCAA. Won that match 8-5. James going to be able to kick away for the escape. Just 10 seconds into this third period. We've seen James get to the legs a couple times so far. See if he's able to convert on one of these. I don't expect Miller to slow down as he looks to go right back to that ankle pick off the underhook. Now James looking to go. Fireman's. He's got the corner, throws a boot in, and that's a takedown for James. He goes up 5-4. Really clean attack there off the re-attack by James. Now Miller working up to his feet. James with the front trip return, and he's dragging his toes, just letting that clock run on the edge. Official gonna call him out of bounds with 1:10 to go. You know James is really gonna commit to this ride. Miller's gotta find a way to get hip separation here. Delbarton corner telling James, bring the pressure down on him. Left side shot by James, looks to slide that left leg in once again. Miller coming back towards him though and able to face. We're tied at 5 with a minute to go. Nothing separating these two. See who's able to get back to their offense. Shot by James. Miller down blocks, looks to circle in. Both guys gonna scoot out of bounds with 47 to go. Miller really taking his time here. You're James, you gotta be ready off that whistle. I've seen Miller a lot. He'll shoot right off that whistle, try to beat the whistle, catch a guy sleeping. You see James taking ground now, staying low. He's already felt that ankle pick of Miller. James taking ground. Miller's got to find a way to stay in here. Don't want to give up a stall warning. And there's the first warning on Miller. James really controlling the mat area there. He slowly took ground. Still got 26 seconds to go. Looks like Miller might be feeling it a little bit. Another shot by James. Had his fingertips on the back of that knee. Not able to get a lock on it, but Miller retreating once again. James has got him on the edge. Shot by Miller. He's in. Head outside. James attacking in here. Locked up far side. Cradle to James, and Miller just rolls him out of bounds. I couldn't even see that lock at first until the roll. Just 7 seconds to go in the third period. And Miller's got to dig deep here. Can't afford to give up another stall warning. And fittingly, we're headed to sudden victory here. Tied at 5, 1 minute on the clock. Any score wins here. Keep in mind, Miller does have that stall warning. Miller goes back to that left side hook. Seems like he's probably going to want to try to finish this here. Don't want to head to a tiebreaker period with a stall warning in your back pocket. Shot by James. Miller catches him coming in. Now back with that left side hook. James controlling the elbow. Crowd wanting a stalemate here. Off the overhook, James able to throw it by, and he catches both ankles. Miller went back to the well with that left side hook throw by. James was able to counter and catch both ankles. Jayden James, what a match, man. Hopefully get to see that one again. Props to both those guys for making the walk. But it's Jayden James, 8th of 175-pound final here, the 2025 Ironman. We got Nicholas Singer of Faith Christian Academy in the black and white singlet, red ankle band. Taking on Joseph Jeter of Edmond North, black, white, and blue singlet, green ankle band. See Singer get in, kind of like a back hook Peterson position. We get stalemated just 15 seconds into this first period. Singer number 1 in the country at 175 pounds. He's a junior, Ohio State commit. Jeter, a senior, number 2 in the country, headed to Cornell next year. We saw these two meet at Who's Number 1 back in October. It was Singer ultimately taken at 12-5, but these guys got in a lot of fun exchanges. These guys can score a lot of different ways, and I don't really imagine this one going the same way. Both these guys have been tested so far this weekend in a really loaded 175-pound weight class. As Jeter takes a shot, Singer catches him coming in with the short offense. Similar position we saw a lot in that last match. It's Jayden controlling the elbow, looking for a pancake though. Is Singer now attempting to throw the leg in, and it's Jayden that's able to get the go behind though. Kept wrestling through the position, didn't bail out, and it earned him the 3-point takedown. 40 seconds to go in the first. Jayden dragging that toe. Takes a couple seconds more off that clock, and we go out of bounds with 25 seconds to go. Got to call Singer's semifinal. He was trailing 4-1. Kind of late in the third period. Picked up a takedown against Logan Adele Barton, Gabriel Logan. Then threw on a mean half, whipped him over, was able to pick up the fall. So he's not going to be too discouraged giving up a lead, but it's Jayden who's working real hard in the top position, able to follow Singer, and they're going to warn Singer for stalling, saying he was crawling for the out of bounds. So keep that one in mind, folks. Singer with a stall warning now. We got 15 seconds to go in the first. Jayden's going to work hard here to stay on top. It's a huge opportunity to earn a point if you're Singer. He works up to his feet off the whistle. Back hook on the knee by Singer. Jayden pulls him back, looking for near fall swipes. That claw. But Jayden gonna get the ride out. He takes a 3-0 lead to the second period. If you're Jayden, you can't really draw it up much better. Pick up a stall warning, get the ride out. Singer's choice to start the second. He defers to Jayden. Jayden gonna go down. Both these guys have been tested. It's mostly been Singer's. He also had to pick up a 5-4 win over Luke Hamady in his quarterfinal, while Jayden's gone fall, tech fall, and 14-5 major decision to get here. So he's been dominant all weekend. And this is where Singer's really tough in the top position with these legs, but Jayden does a really nice job staying tight, not letting Singer get under those arms for that power half he likes to work. Felt Singer's hips get a little high, was able to shake him off, but now Singer coming in on a single leg. Wrapped around the belly was Jayden, but Singer does a nice job pressuring back, putting Jayden in a little bit of danger there. Jayden's forced to bail out. Just like that, it's 4-3. Singer back on top. Now Singer back to this power half. This is where he likes to be. Gonna get a stop for potentially dangerous, it looks like, is the call. Restart with 1:07 to go in the second. Just a really interesting story for Singer. He, in this Faith Christian Academy lineup, just really, really deep lineup. His freshman season, missed the postseason last year. His teammate Cale Whitemore, who we'll see later on tonight in the 215-pound finals, went down with a season-ending injury last year, and Singer stepped in and made the most of it. He won a PIAA state title, 172 pounds, went on to win Fargo, and then won Who's Number One to take over as number one in the country. Now it's Singer getting a little bit in danger once again. His back hooked on the ankle, but Jayden's going to pick up the reversal to go up 6-3. Legs trapped for Singer, and now they're going to warn Jayden. You saw Jayden kind of recognize that position with the leg trap. He was trying to kind of let it go, but he was stuck there as Singer was still back hooked on the leg. See Ben Clymer in the corner for Faith Christian Academy trying to fire Singer up here. It's going to be a caution on Singer underneath. I believe that's his first. Clean start there. Nice breakdown by Jayden. He's going to look for another ride out here to end this period. We got just over 30 seconds to go. Now working on single wrist ride is Jayden. Pressure him back in though. Is Singer, he's up to his feet, fighting hands, looking for the lift. Is Jayden now dropping to the legs, and he's going to drive Singer out of bounds. Singer kind of looking up at the official. Both these guys with stall warnings, so got to keep that in mind. Neither guy was much leeway here as far as driving each other out of bounds or headed for the out of bounds line. Jeter's going to get set. 13 seconds to go in the second period. Switch by Singer. Nice follow by Jeter. Pulling him back with the claws. Jeter. Singer looking to put him in danger. But Jeter once again going to ride the period out. Singer's choice to start the third. He's going to go neutral. Doesn't want to go back underneath Jeter, clearly. See Singer smack his hands. He's ready to go here in the third. Now, who's number one match? Singer did a really nice job just finding his way to legs, working through the positions, getting some unconventional finishes. Thus far, only able to get to the legs once. As I say that, he goes knee pull single. Jeter staying heavy, chest lock, trying to put hips on him and slide off. Singer staying with that lock. We're just going to get stalemated. 1:27 to go. Another shot by Singer. He's in on the single leg once again. Head under the knee. Crotch lock for Jeter. Singer's trying to hop hips over to the other side. Now turning in, sitting to his butt, at least momentarily, with Singer. Jeter staying really tight with that chest lock. Hopping his hips to the other side once again is Singer now. He's going to go to that bottom leg, look to trap it. As I said, now he's looking to go to his Peterson. He threatens Jeter. Now he has both legs. Jeter continuing to wrestle. Now he's got far ankle. Both guys kind of 50-50 position here. Rubber knee attempt here for Singer. Jeter's got both ankles now. Singer's going to look to pass. Singer on the toe. Jeter in position to score. If I'm Jeter, I'm fighting those hands and getting that toe free. Official's got to watch the knee here. And it's going to get stopped, man. Jeter was real close to finishing there. Just really wasn't thinking about fighting the hands there. I think if he goes for those hands on the foot, he's able to get that go behind for the takedown. But Singer able to bail himself out there. Takedown here and ride out would send it to overtime for Singer. 20 seconds to go. Another shot by Singer. Throwing a lot of fakes now. Jeter able to shut him down with this front headlock. Under 10 seconds to go. Official gonna stop it one more time. We're gonna get a restart with 5 seconds. Singer's got to pull something out of his bag of tricks here. Jeter's not a guy that's really gonna be able to finish cleanly on. There's a second warning on Jeter. That's a point, and Singer goes for the go behind, but Jeter able to fight it off. And Joseph Jeter's going to get his revenge. A 6-4 decision. And we're going to get another new number one in the country at 175 pounds. Joseph Jeter. And here we go. 190-pound final here, the 2025 Ironman. Got CJ Betts of Del Barton in the green and white singlet. Green ankle band. Taking on Michael White out of Lawrence North in the black, red, and green singlet, red ankle band. Man, 190 pounds. Michael White takes a nice freight train double. Del Barton coach wants it to stop. Looks like Betts might have taken that to the face there off the double leg. You see White kind of scratch his brow there. I think he ate that one in the face as well. Sometimes you'll have that off those level change double legs. Guys react, kind of down block. When you fire there, you're going to get a little head collision. Hoping Betts is okay here. He's going to clean up the blood now as we go on blood time. But as I was saying, man, this is a really, really deep weight class this weekend. Betts number 5 in the country. Took out number 1 Adam Waters of Faith Christian Academy in the semifinals. to get here, won that match 4-2. That's a 5 seed coming into this weekend as well. Had to take out Lucas Ricketts, number 8 guy in the country, in the quarters. Well, Michael Wyatt, the 6th seed at this weight, took out Aaron Stewart, number 4 at 190 pounds. Then in the semifinals, he defeated number 3 Jimmy Masney, 9-6 in sudden victory. These guys have went through a freaking war to get to these finals. You know, neither one of them's going to give it up easy, but Wyatt's able to strike first off that double leg.
To the right on the side of the standards, please. You need to move over to the standards so the media people behind you can see. Please.
All right, cut the blood time now. We're going to come back to action here.
What's the time on the takedown?
128, so
128.
so it'd be like
32 seconds.
32
seconds.
And they let it ride a couple seconds, so they're like 30
seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Was that 30 seconds into the match? 128 into the match. Or maybe.
She was 125.
Okay.
It's the other way.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So 125 should be the time.
You're right. Yep, that's fair. Yeah, it was early.
And the blood time is off. For some reason, the blood time is off. We need the tank man. Yeah.
All right, we got it all sorted out, I think, folks. Had a little bit of clock issues. But 1:25 to go in the first period. Wyatt takes an early 3-0 lead. Betts able to kick away, though, for the escape. Cuts it to 3-1. This will be a third weight in a row. This will likely be for the number 1 spot in the country. As Betts was able to take out Adam Waters in that semifinal, as I mentioned. Betts a senior for Del Barton, number 5. He's headed to Penn University next year. While Wyatt, also a senior, headed to Oklahoma State, joining the Cowboys. They have a lot of momentum right now. They're going to get hit for a penalty point here on Michael Wyatt. They're saying getting a little too handsy. Didn't really seem like anything too outlandish for me. Normally you see a warning there, but I guess officials not playing around. That's going to cut it to 3-2 now. 30 seconds to go in the first period. You saw the speed on display there as Wyatt gets back in on a double leg. Betts chest lock, trying to circle himself towards the edge, able to kick it out of bounds. And there's a stall warning on Betts. And if you're a Betts fan, you'll take that. That was very wise by Betts. You'd rather take the stall call than give up another takedown late in the period. You saw he was able to kind of stay heavy, keep his feet on the mat, and he kind of walked himself to the line before getting that chest lock and rolled it through. A little bit of a wise move. Now Wyatt back in on the leg. Short time to go in the period as Betts passes the leg. And that'll do it for the first period. After all that, just a 3-2 lead for Michael Wyatt. But man, he had several clean attacks. He's looking really strong on his feet, and it's Wyatt's choice to start the second period. He's going to go down. That's getting to work on top. Wyatt up to his feet, controls hands. He's going to cut away for the escape, make it 4-2. Wyatt circles back center, gives Betts a nice club. Man, Wyatt is quick, man. See him throwing these fakes, getting Betts to bite on him. You know, shots following one of these. If he continues to get Bet to bite on these. Now he goes low single on that left ankle. Switch cradle position here for Betts. Wyatt getting his knees under him, staying under that leg now. Betts switching to crotch lock. Turning up, coming up towards the head now, turning towards that right foot. He's got to get pressure on that foot if you're Wyatt. Betts trying to keep that leg extended. Wyatt fighting the hands, trying to get weight down on that foot. Now he's got to try to bring that heel back towards him. Betts doing a nice job though, able to get it up off the mat and comes back into him. Now Wyatt's in on a single leg. Switches the head outside. We're going to get stalemated. Great defense there by Betts as he looked really compromised position there momentarily. We're going to go back on blood time for Betts. Man, Wyatt's leg attacks have really impressed me so far in this match. Betts showing off a lot of stingy defense when he's able to, but on these explosive double legs, man, you're playing a hard game of trying to fight those off. Sometimes there's just no room for defense. Betts really Wyatt keeping Betts at bay with all these level change jab steps. Betts really hasn't been able to get his hands on Wyatt. Down to 35 to go in a second, and another level change double leg by by Wyatt. He also picked up a second stall warning in that exchange. That's going to make it 8-2. Yeah, just like that, 8-2 for Wyatt. Man, that's what I'm saying. You don't really have much of an opportunity to defend with these double legs. Reminds me a little bit of Jordan Burroughs. As Wyatt fires off another attack, it was Betts looking to counter score on the re-attack. Down to 10 to go in the second period. Working these snaps now as Wyatt. Another double leg late in the period by Wyatt and just runs out of time. Betts' choice to start the third. Looking at his corner, they're going to put him down. See how committed to the ride Wyatt is here. Official reminding Betts he does have those 2 stall warnings. Wyatt showing optional start to start the third period. He's going to push Betts away. That's going to make it 8-4. And Wyatt's feeling it on his feet, man. Just wants to stay on the offense, keep his foot on the pedal. See him continuing to throw these jab steps. Getting Betts to bite. Now goes ankle pick on the other side. Man, Wyatt is looking impressive. That's going to make it 11-4 early in this third period. Went jab step, then ankle pick to that left ankle of Betts. And Betts able to cut away now 11-5. Wyatt meeting him there on the edge. Circling, keeping him on the line. Shot by Betts, re-attack Wyatt, in on the single leg. Shin whizzer, shallow right now by Betts. Wyatt bringing it up to his feet, trying to get that knee turned towards the ceiling. Now diving for that right ankle. He's got a hand on it. Betts fighting the hands now, gonna look to kick, but Wyatt able to drag the toe, and he's gonna pick up another takedown. It's going to make it 14-5. You go back on more blood time for bets here. White's coaches are feeling good too, man. They told him to cut him again. You gotta love it. They can recognize. You can always recognize when your guy's like feeling it and like he's kind of in that zone. Really no concern in bringing it back up on his feet. And it looks like White's gonna try to keep pushing this score up. So we're gonna get this blood cleaned up for bets. Keep in mind of just the field that Betts had to go through to get here as well.
57 seconds.
I mentioned he just in his last match he beat the #1 guy in the country, and in the quarterfinals he beat the #8 guy in the country. And White's put on a performance like this, incredibly impressive. Back to action. 55 to go in the third. Spiral ride by White. He follows Betts as Betts looks to kick away. Betts pops back up to his feet, fights hands, now switches back into him. White able to kick his ankle free. It's going to make it 14-6 with 40 seconds to go. $15 to go here. Let's see if Betts tries to throw the kitchen sink here or not. White just kind of evading, showing off that speed once again. Short time to go here. White just bouncing in the middle, and that's going to do it. It's a 14-6 major decision for Michael White of Lawrence North. The 215 pounds. We got Maximus Konopka of Green Farms Academy in the blue and white singlet, green ankle bands, taking on Cale Weidemoyer of Faith Christian Academy, black and white singlet, red ankle band. Konopka, #4 in the country. He's a junior, committed to Virginia Tech, while Weidemoyer, the senior, #13, committed to Lehigh. Shot by Konopka. Nice counter with this whizzer kick by Weidemoyer. Konopka comes back in on the leg. Now crotch lock. And this is where Weidemoyer's really impressed me this weekend. His ability to wrestle through these positions. Now, dropping that shoulder in, looking to switch off to the double. Konopka's still on that left ankle. Weidemoyer keeping that left shoulder buried in the knee. As Konopka looking to stick corner with the crotch lock. See if Weidemoyer tries to advance this position. He goes head under the leg, coming out the back door. He's able to get that far leg. And there's the takedown for Weidemoyer. Incredible awareness there in that scramble, and they're going to get him for locked hands there. As Weidemoyer didn't improve after collecting that second that second leg, kept his hands locked. And they're going to hit him for the locked hands. It's going to make it 3-1. Just a little over a minute into the first. The Green Farms Academy. Green Farms Academy. Coach asked the official a question. I'm not really sure what it was, but we're going to come back center. 53 to go in the first, and just an incredible scramble to start this one off, and it's Cale Weidemoyer that comes out on top of it. And this is where Weidemoyer makes a lot of his money as well as in the top position. Really tough with his leg ride. It's a few different ways of turning. Weidemoyer, as a freshman, finished second in the state down at 160 pounds, I believe. As a sophomore, actually back in 2024, as it's Konopka who elevates that foot and comes back in, able to pick up the reversal on Weidemoyer. Just 22 seconds to go in the first. We're tied at 3. Be a big ride out here for Konopka. But as I was saying, Weidemoyer last year competed at this tournament down to 165 pounds, where he ended up finishing third before suffering a season-ending knee injury. Comes back this year all the way up at 215 pounds, and man, he's looked incredibly impressive. All bonus points to the finals. But at the end of the first, we're tied at 3, following that reversal by Konopka. Weidemoyer's choice to start the second. He defers. Konopka gonna go down. Konopka, the top seed coming into the weekend, while Weidemoyer, the 7. Weidemoyer's gone tech, 15-2 major decision, 11-0 major decision over number 12, Aiden Cooley in the semis. Konopka had a tight match in his semifinal, defeated Cesar Salas of Crown Point 8-6. Quad pod stand up for Konopka here. Weidemoyer not bringing too much pressure forward. It's like a little shoulder roll for Konopka. He's up to his feet now, dropping to the legs as Weidemoyer able to bring him back down. Weidemoyer now able to get him to that right hip momentarily. See him kind of going soft hands here. Looks like he's waiting for Konopka to pop up and possibly go side headlock. Switch attempt there by Konopka. Weidemoyer able to pressure him back down as they slide out of bounds as we just tick under a minute to go in the second. You always hear coaches say, stay under the arms in the top position riding. That's not really what Weidemoyer's game's about. A lot of times you'll see him hanging with that right hand over the arms. He'll either go crossface cradle or side headlock. Konopka back up to his feet. Weidemoyer hanging out to the left side here. Controlling the hand now is Konopka. He's looking to circle out. Weidemoyer just able to hang with him. Now traps that left ankle. Able to extend it, and they're going to warn Weidemoyer for stalling. It's his first warning. Faith Christian Academy coach Ben Clymer telling Weidemoyer to chop right side, and that's what he does off the whistle. Able to bring him to a hip for the moment. Konopka able to work back up to his seat, just 20 seconds to go. Be a huge escape for Konopka late in the period. Now Weidemoyer going to drop to the leg. Keep in mind he does have this stall warning. As Konopka goes belly wrap. Lock broke for Weidemoyer. He can't lock his hands here. He's got to keep that in mind around both legs. And Konopka's going to earn the escape with just 1 second on the clock. Great persistence there by Konopka. Didn't give up on himself after getting ridden for a minute 59. Kept fighting, was able to earn the escape. We're going to go on injury time for Weidemoyer. Looks like he's stretching that knee out a little bit. I believe that's the one he injured last season. It'll be Weidemoyer's choice to start the third. You got to assume he's going to go down as he trails 4-3. A little bit of a slower pace to this match for Weidemoyer as we've seen him just kind of explode through this tournament. I talk about Faith Christian Academy. They have locked up the team score here. They're going to win Ironman for the second year in a row. And likely will be #1 ranked team in the country after this weekend. Came in ranked #2 behind Bishop McCort. I believe Bishop McCort in 5th right now in the team standings. Weidemoyer up to his feet. Big lift for Konopka. Now leg comes in for Konopka. Weidemoyer rolls. Now he's down on a single leg looking to go pancake was Konopka, and Weidemoyer is going to pick up the reversal to go up 5-4. Weidemoyer has that stall warning. He's got to improve here, and they're going to warn him again. It's his second stall warning for Weidemoyer. It's going to tie the match at 5. You're good. Just like that, we're tied at 5. Weidemoyer, Ben Clymer tells him to show optional start, wants him to bring it back up to his feet. He's going to give the escape, it looks like, here to Konopka. Konopka not really taking it, though. If you're Weidemoyer, you don't want to mess around here. You don't want to give the official the opportunity to warn you for stalling again. Looks like Konopka wants a reversal instead as he's diving back on the legs. The escape awarded for Konopka, though. It's now 6-5 with 1:10 to go. Over-under position now as Konopka's moving forward. You're Weidemoyer. Got to fight to stay in here. Don't get shoved out of bounds and give up another stall warning. It'll be another point for Konopka. If I'm Konopka, I'm just going to keep him here. Konopka attempting to shoot. Weidemoyer out of bounds. Weidemoyer catches him with hooks. They step out with 39 to go. Weidemoyer's got to find himself to a takedown. No stall warnings on Konopka. Both guys shoot at the same time. And it's Konopka who's able to whip it over. Looks like they might have hit heads there. It's going to extend it now 9-5 for Konopka with 20 to go. Looks like the wind's taken out of the sails a little bit here for Weidemoyer. So now Konopka throws both legs in. Stretches Weidemoyer out, gets him flattened. And that's going to do it. It's a 9-5 decision for Maximus Konopka. And he's fired up.
215-pound Ironman champion.
And he's your 215-pound Ironman champion. Here we go, 285-pound final here. 2025 Ironman. It's Mark Offendian of Faith Christian Academy about to come eat me for breakfast. He drives Alex Taylor towards the out-of-bounds line. We go out of bounds. Just 10 seconds into the first period. Offendian, number 5 in the country, senior for Faith Christian Academy. Headed to Princeton next year. Alex Taylor, number 7 in the country, senior as well, committed to Oklahoma. Top 2 seeds here at 285 pounds. Offendian was a finalist here a year ago, where he fell to Michael Mako to finish second. Offendian was also PIAA state runner-up a year ago and looked to close out his career with a Pennsylvania state title down the road in March. Left side collar by Offendian. He's got a bit of a, I don't know, surprising style. He's a really tough hand fighter, has nice leg attacks as well. Taylor's able to circle his butt to center. Little level change. Feint is a shot by both guys. Both kind of get each other to react as we go down to 30 seconds to go in the first period. Offendian controlling the tie now with that left hand collar tie. Kind of moves his opponents with that left elbow, kind of keeps it in their collar, moves them forward, is able to push, pull, snap. We're going to end the first period scoreless. Taylor's choice to start the second. He's going to go down. Offendian pretty tough in the top position. Imagine we're going to see him attempt to put on a hard ride here. As I say that, Taylor able to pressure back into him, come to his feet and cut away to go up 1-0. Snapping into that football tie momentarily was offending. He's looking to go back to it. You see Fendian using that left elbow to drive Taylor. They circle out of bounds, 1:32 to go in the second. Mentioned Faith Christian Academy locking up the team title here at Ironman for the second year in a row, but looking for their first champion. It's already had Nick Singer and Cale Whittemore fall in the finals. I believe one more finalist to go after this in our final bout of the night with Joe Bachmann, a two-time Ironman champion, taking on Bo Bassett, the three-time Ironman champion. Fendian able to drive Taylor out of bounds. There's the first stall warning on Taylor. Now it's Taylor moving forward, looking for a little whizzer kick was Fendian. Props to this side official. He's protecting me and the table, putting his body on the line. It just kind of seems like destiny that these two are going to end up running through me here by the end of this match. Fendian gives Taylor a nice little shove there, almost was able to kind of put him down on the mat. Taylor recovers, but Fendian takes him out of bounds. Once again, we're going to go on blood for Taylor. Looks like he might have caught a little hit to the head there.
Wrestlers, we'll be getting ready for the awards. 175, 190, and 215. After this match will be awarded. So you should be ready to go on the podium right after this match. So make sure you're on mat number 3, ready to go. So we can keep things rolling smoothly, please. Ready to go on the podium as soon as this match is over.
Back to action here, 37 to go in the second period. Taylor leads 1-0. So Fendian really picking up his pace now as he gets double unders. Taylor does a nice job circling in, shoots Fendian off, attempting to shoot to those legs of Fendian. Fendian did a nice job sliding off and looked for the counter score. Level change by Taylor once again. He's picking up his pace as well. Recognizing he does have a stall warning, doesn't want to get driven out and give up a point. Throat block there with that left hand by Fendian as he snaps out of the tie. That'll do it for the second period. Fendian's choice to start the third. He's going to go down. It's been a dominant tournament so far for Fendian. Went tech fall, 18-7 major decision, then a fall and 111 in his semifinal. Taylor really showing his chops here, though. So he's going to push Fendian away, going to tie the match at 1, just 5 seconds into the period. It's a double leg by Taylor. Fendian looking for the re-attack. He shoots Taylor out of bounds. Taylor's got to find a way to stay in bounds here. As I mentioned, Fendian just does a nice job controlling the mat, controlling the hand fight. Thus far, Taylor's done a pretty good job of fighting just on these re-attacks. But now it's Taylor moving forward with an underhook. They're going to warn Fendian. So now both guys with the warning. We're tied at 1, so both guys really got to do a better job staying in the mat, on the mat. Don't want this one to end with a stall warning as we go out of bounds once again. We're going to go back on blood time for Taylor. He just meets the trainer over there. Is not waiting for him to come to him. Like Fendian might have a little blood on his shoulder. Faith Christian Academy coach is going to get him cleaned off. Looks like we'll have 1:22 to go when we come back to action. Tied at 1, both guys with a stall warning. Really, anything can happen at this point. Seen a lot of interesting stall calls this weekend, just kind of nature of the game, I guess. But I don't know, guys. Guys will learn. Get back to it. 1:10 to go in the third. Looking to get to a 2-on-1 as Taylor. Fendian pulls that elbow back. Now getting back to his collar tie. See if either of these guys fully commit to a leg attack. We haven't really seen either really drop in and fully commit. A lot of the battle has been done up top here with these collar ties and 2-on-1s. So we're down to 40 to go now. Now single leg by Taylor. Not able to get a lock on it. Chest lock for Fendian, feeding him hips. He's going to look for the go behind. Taylor's got both hands on the legs, but now Fendian gets him broken down to his belly. Taylor trying to stay tough here on the legs, but Fendian finally circles around for the go behind to go up 4-1. I think we're going to go on injury time for Taylor. He's shaking out that arm. I know what he's talking about there. You get an elbow a little hyperextended when you're kind of reaching up for that leg on go behind attempts, trying to stay square, prevent the guy from running all the way around and kind of hyperextend that elbow. Doesn't feel too great. Taylor's really going to have his work cut out for him when we come back to action here. Just 17 seconds to go in the third. He trails 4-1.
17 seconds.
It's your Taylor. Your path to victory right now is escape takedown. It's really what you got to be thinking. Here we go. 15 to go. Taylor's up to his feet right away and cuts away. It's going to make it 4-2. Takedown could win it here for Taylor. Fendian catches him an over-under. Now another shot by Taylor. And Fendian trying to keep it in bounds here, and that's going to do it. A technical violation on Taylor as he grabbed the singlet. They're saying that's going to make it a 5-2 final. Mark Fendian for Faith Christian Academy. He's your 285-pound Ironman champion. A little bit of a chess match there. Fendian able to come out on top of it.